Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Maxspeed TV. Steve Lane up here in the booth. This is OP Monday Night Premiere Series presented by Buttkicker, Season 15 Championship Race, and we are back under the lights of Daytona. Of course, we was here Saturday night for the Unlimited Series. Well, tonight we're here for the Premiere Series. Our top four drivers are geared up, ready to go. And, of course, my SDK is already acted up, but we got our four championship drivers here tonight, guys. Hunter Reynolds, Adam Kilday, Jeff Crosby Jr., and Josh Ball. They are ready to go. We are fired up. It is going to be an exciting race. Well, before we get to those, we're going to take a look at what happened last week at 08 Daytona. Anthony English with the win, Jeff Crosby Jr. second, Adam Kilday third. Len McNeese in fourth, and David Overstreet coming in fifth. Your stage one winner was Anthony English. Stage two was Adam Kilday. Gave him enough points to stay in that top spot. Let me get this fired back up if it will. And it won't. But we're going to go ahead and start to visit with our championship drivers here tonight. We're going to start. Well, let's start with Hunter Reynolds here, and we'll bring him up to the broadcast booth real quick. Hey, that's all right, Hunter. We always catch you guys in mid-sentence, and we love it. Hey, buddy, congratulations again making the Final Four again tonight. You had a great race. You started to have a great race Saturday, and things kind of went south for you guys pretty quick. Of course, this is the creme de la creme of OP racing. Some of the top drivers in OP making a name for themselves throughout the other leagues and coming in here on this league. Buddy, how are you feeling tonight, and what are you expecting here at Daytona tonight?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty pumped up. I need to practice my pit stops a little bit, which I'm fixing to do, but that's what I was talking to the boys about just a second ago, actually, and it ain't gonna be an easy one. It's gonna be a dogfight, and we got some good drivers in the top four, and they got some good teammates behind them, and I got some good teammates behind me. So it's really just gonna be about, can you dodge the wreck? Can you get up front at the right time and kind of be there when it matters? And also not screwing up your stop, which I actually just did. But
well, it's not easy when you're visiting with the broadcaster too. But we're kind of looking at our pre-race analytics here real quick. Track temperature's looking really good tonight at only 78 degrees, a 77-degree air temperature, and 70% humidity. Now you do have a little bit of a breeze out there, Hunter. Is that going to affect you guys any at all? Do you think?
Yeah, for sure in qualifying it will. And kind of wherever I end up in qualifying, that'll kind of dictate how the first half of the race will go for me. So, like, if I get a good qualifying spot, I might just try and fight it out. But I don't need stage points. Neither do the other playoff guys. So, if I got to dip out for a stage or two, that's fine as long as I can get back up there. So, it's all about timing tonight. That's the whole name of the game.
Well, awesome job. Great season, Hunter. I know you've got some wins on the regular season, plus, what you've done in the playoffs. But, you made it to the Final Four, and it's nothing to hang your head about, especially with this group of guys. Congratulations, though, on a great season, and hopefully you guys have a good finish tonight, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a good one. Definitely something to hang the hat on. But, I got some wins, and yeah, it's been a good one. We're gonna fight it out tonight, and hopefully we can get I'm not even gonna say it. Hopefully it's good,
There you go.
I'm not trying to give myself no juju or nothing.
Exactly. Well, good luck tonight, Hunter. Congratulations again, buddy. We will talk to you here soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and grab our next guy that is in the playoffs. Josh Ball, Steve at the booth. Buddy, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man. Well, hey, congratulations, first of all, making the Final Four tonight. I know it wasn't easy. All in all, though, you guys had a great season. We're going to wrap it up tonight under the lights here at Daytona, and the trucks, don't know what we're planning on next season, but right now it's all about tonight. And, man, what do you got to do to win this thing tonight?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty much, keeping the car clean. Obviously want to run up front just to see how it is, but, keeping it clean to the last, 15, 20 laps. If there's a pit stop, fuel mileage, something going on, kind of want to be up there then, and at least put myself in a position where I can get to the front. I know there's 4 teams battling for the championship, for 4 drivers, so it's going to be a little tough to get some help in points. So I'm going to need to rely on my team as well to help me. But yeah.
Well, you definitely got some good help, some people that can push you real good. I mean, you got Kenny Reel's a great pusher. Steven Luttrell's done really good. Of course, Vicente Guerrero's a great pusher as well. So you definitely got the help in your teammates there, as long as they can be somewhere around there with you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, definitely good pushers around the team, and I appreciate all their help this season, and great job to everybody that finished. But yeah, hopefully we can just make the necessary pit stops, not no speeding, and put ourselves in position to at least attempt to get the W.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations again on the great season. Good luck tonight, Josh, and just have some fun out there, man.
Thanks, Steven.
All right. Well, let's see. We're probably going to catch him maybe in mid-sentence or not, but one of our other playoff drivers, Mr. Adam Kilday, he is your season 17 Unlimited Buttkicker Unlimited Series champion from Saturday night. Again, big congratulations to you, Adam, on that. But man, same track, different vehicle, almost the same exact conditions that you guys had on Saturday. Are you expected to see a lot of the same characteristics in the trucks as you did the cars on Saturday night? Hello, Adam. Adam, if you're talking, I can't hear you, buddy. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and move him back down to Vendetta. And we'll go ahead and bring, this gentleman needs no introduction. Mr. Jimmy Reynolds, our admin, race control, boss man of Monday night. Jimmy, buddy, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, man. How are you doing?
We're just out here under the lights of Daytona, ready for a great championship race. Of course, we had the same track, different car on Saturday. Man, it is going to be a dogfight out there.
I agree. I like that terminology. They're going to be scrapping tonight. I hope it's lower caution and lower caution night and a lot of good racing. But it is championship night, and these guys are going to be aggressive to be up front at the end, especially. So.
Well, I want to ask you the same question I asked Hunter. We're almost the same track conditions with the temperatures, the humidity. I think we're about a mile-an-hour difference on wind. Are you guys going to pretty much have the same characteristics in these trucks as you did the cars on Saturday night?
Probably, but the cars the trucks handle a lot more better than the cars, I believe. So I think it'll be cleaner. Won't be as floaty. So I think the trucks will be stable tonight. What is it? 78 degrees. So
yep, 78 track temperature, 77 air, and a 70% humidity. Now, of course, the trucks don't get as hot. To me, from my experience with them, they don't get as hot as quickly as the Xfinity cars.
Right. So we won't have to battle heat as much, but we will have to battle it for some. So It's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a good time. Hopefully, there's a lot of give and take. We'll see. I'd like to have a good championship race tonight for these guys. So,
Well, of course, this is a championship race tonight, and I know you guys are still working on next season. Can you give us any insight when we're going to possibly start? Rough time frame, anything like that?
we haven't really discussed that, but normally we take 3 or 4 weeks off. So I would say within the month we'd like to start a new one. But I'll definitely get with you on that.
Yep, no worries on this
For sure.
end.
I don't think we're going to be changing much. I believe it's going to be the trucks again.
Okay.
I think we're just going to reset this season and go again.
Gotcha.
We're not going to make too many changes. So
Okay, so, excuse me, I'm drinking some coffee and about to choke on it. So pretty
Don't
much
do
this,
that.
I know. Of course, my wife would be better off, but she'd be rich as all get out. But
Right.
life insurance would kick in. But
Yeah.
no, of course, we are coming back. Maxspeed TV and myself are going to come back for the next season of OP Monday Night. Of course, we all seen the message from Joshua, and he's got to take care of himself first, and
Oh, 100%.
of course, we got the fall brawl coming up that I promised Anthony that I would broadcast for you guys. So that's going to be interesting. We talked a little bit about that Saturday night. I'm going to get with Anthony a little bit later on that tonight. I was looking for Jeff Crosby Jr., but I don't see him in Discord.
He may not be.
So we got to talking to our other championship drivers, but you guys are my SDK. I have a feeling though, Jimmy, SDK. I love the layout. I love the graphics, but it has given me so many fits. I'm going to come up with something for ATVO. I'll get with Rudy and the guy that actually built our ATVO for us for Maxspeed TV about getting something a little bit better graphic wise for the league logo. Of course, it's going to change up because we all know Buttkicker is stepping away as a sponsor, but you never know. I know you guys are working on something and working on getting somebody else in there, but we'll see what happens, and we'll go from there, bud.
Man, I appreciate all the hard work you do. Yeah, we're gonna try to get another sponsor in here, and if not, we'll try to get one. Work on it after the season starts. So we'll get that going.
All right. Well, I've seen Jeff Crosby Jr. jump in, Jimmy. I'm going to let you go, buddy. Good luck tonight. Have some fun, and I'm going to visit with Jeff for just a second.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. We'll get him up here real quick and visit with Jeff. Hey, Jeff, Steve up in the booth. Got a copy there, bud?
Yes, sir. Sorry about that. I'm here.
No worries, dude. I know you guys are trying to get some practice in. That's totally understandable. Just wanted to visit with our championship four tonight, man. Congratulations on making the Final Four here tonight in this championship race. You've had a great season all season. Maybe some races didn't end like you wanted it to, but, dude, that's just super speedway racing.
Yeah, for sure. It's just the luck of the draw some nights, and thankfully, here in this playoffs, we've had 4 straight top 10s, and I think 2 second place finishes. So it really propelled us into the top 4 here, and we're gonna just keep doing what we've been doing, and hopefully we can finish ahead of the other 3 tonight.
Well, of course, we were looking at our pre-race analytics. The track temperatures looking amazing with 78 degrees, 77-degree air temperature. Of course, we ran the Xfinity cars here Saturday night with about the same temperatures and everything. But like I was talking to Jimmy, these trucks don't heat up as quickly as the Xfinity cars. But you still have to keep an eye on your temps, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. You want to keep an eye out. Don't want to blow that engine late in the race and have to tow back to pit lane. It could be a 4 or 5 minute tow, and they'll just ruin your race. But yeah, thankfully these trucks don't really overheat as much, and we're definitely going to try not to put ourselves in that situation.
All right, brother. Well, you guys, excuse me, congratulations again. You guys are getting ready to qualify. I'm going to let you go, and I believe you were down there in Fuel Sim, right? FSR?
That's correct.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck tonight, Jeff. Congratulations again, and we will hopefully get to talk to you soon.
For sure. Thanks, man.
All right, we got him down there as we get ready to go qualified here. We get on our guys. Jimmy Reynolds already out on the track. Looks like Gabe Butler is coming out as well. Dustin Logston, Sean McCara, Hunter Reynolds, Bubba Winningham, Dave Hunt, Jeff Crosby Sr. Vinny out there. That's Vicente Guerrero, Vindog. Says truck temps are getting hot. Okay. But, guys, I appreciate everybody tuning in. We got 13 viewers right now. I see Belva out there, Everett Grover, my nephew Dylan Lane, and Dylan. I got to keep it PG, but I'm going to send you a message here in a little bit. You're going to know what I want to say to you. Jeremy Medlock out there, Belva. Good to see you. William Luttrell, and, of course, I know Lorna's out there watching as well. So we'll see what happens with these times tonight. Jimmy Reynolds, Zach Workman coming out on out of pit road for his qualifying lap. The guys getting their warm-up laps done. Well, guys, we're going to step aside for just a second while qualifying's underway. We're going to play our national anthem, which we haven't done, but we will be right back.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching Maxspeed TV.
All right, folks, we are done. Qualifying is over. Mark, man, you're going to be your pole sitter tonight. We're going to go ahead and bring him up real quick to the broadcast booth. Mark, buddy, congratulations on getting that pole position tonight, man. Of course, no playoff implications or championship implications for you tonight, but doesn't mean you don't want to get out there and win this race.
That's true. You know, I was a quarter of a lap from making it in this round, and it's unfortunate, but I guess getting the pole helps a little. But you know, I'm here for Adam tonight, and hoping Vendetta can bring home another championship.
Well, you know, times were really close out there. Of course, all that changes with the draft and everything. But, you know, we were talking to the guys earlier that were out there practicing, Jimmy and Josh and them. And you know, these trucks don't get as hot as quick as the cars do like we did on Saturday night. But they'll still get warm pretty quick.
Very quick. You can expect within a lap and a half to 2 laps, you'll be on fire.
Ooh, let's don't let that happen. Well, Mark, congratulations again, buddy. You guys are rolling out. We're going to get through our Maxspeed TV starting grid. Have fun tonight, man, and just go give them some heck tonight.
Oh, heck yeah. Hopefully I'm around there at the end to talk to you, bro.
All right, brother. All right, we'll get him back down there. Let's get to our Maxspeed TV starting grid here tonight. Mark, man, your pole sitter. Kenny Real in the 11 on his outside. Row number 2, Gabe Butler, Vicente Guerrero. Row number 3, Hunter Reynolds, Josh Ball. Row number 4, Sean McCara, Zach Workman. Row number 5, Jimmy Reynolds and Richard Kuhn. Row number 6, Anthony English and Jeff Crosby Jr. Row number 7, Eric Laurie, Bubba Winningham. Row number 8, going to be Zach Fritch and Dave Hunt. Starting row number 9, Dustin Logston, Nate Warren. Row number 10 is going to be Les Levy and Adam Kilday. Row number 11, Doug Johnson, Andrew Schroeder. Row number 12, Peter DeBorgia and Stephen Luttrell. Row number 13, Jeff Crosby Sr., Adam Schramm. Row 14, Alex Giffen, Dan Harrington. Row 15, Andy Brigante and Lynn McNeese. And I see his name out there on the timing screen, but not seeing him in his car, and that is the 5 of Mr. Rick Sanchez. So don't know if he is starting from the pit road or what's going on with Rick. He's not even showing up when I click on his name, so I don't know if he's having connection issues or what. As the pace truck dives off down to the safety of pit road. Here we go, folks. Get to that United Rentals restart zone. Chevrolet green flag out. Here we go. Championship racing here at Daytona under the lights. Season 15 championship race. Mark, man, with a great jump with Gabe Butler, Hunter Reynolds, one of our playoff drivers, Josh Ball, playoff driver to his outside. Looking back through here, Adam Kilday is back in 20th. And then Jeff Crosby Jr. is in a 14th. So guys are trying to find that position. Mark, man, Gabe Butler, Hunter Reynolds, Sean McCarr. Sean getting a little bit high up into the 19 of Zach Workman. Does not make contact. They are still good to go. I see one blinking in and out really bad. I believe that is the 47 of Richard Kuhn. And he is just all over the place. We're going to get on Dustin right there behind him. He is going to pull off the track. As you can see, he is blinking in and out. He has come back on the track, but he is still blinking in and out pretty badly as he falls back to the back of the field. Still no Rick Sanchez. I don't know what's going on with Rick. Why he did not start. Richard Kuhn may have to disconnect and call it a night because he is in and out so bad. Back up to the front, Kenny Real did get it clear of Mark Mann. Down on that inside line, Vicente Guerrero, Josh Ball to the outside. Of course, we'll go ahead and take a look at our teams here real quick. That is the Nerd Esports that is Steve Rada, Jeff Crosby Sr., Peter DeBorgia, Richard Kuhn, and Dustin Loxton. Team CFM, Checker Flag Motorsports, Bubba Winningham, David Overstreet, Dave Hunt, Les Levy, and Lynn McNeese. Then we got Team Bootnaka Esports. That is Duke Conrad, Jimmy Reynolds, Hunter Reynolds, Eric Laurie, and Gabe Butler. Team Wicked. That is Andy Brigante, Andrew Schroeder, John Guerrero, Doug Johnson, and Alex Giffen. Team FSR of Zach Rich, Nate Warren, Zach Workman, Jeff Crosby Jr., your playoff driver, and Sean McCara. Team Vendetta is going to be Alex Green, Mark Mann, Rick Sanchez, Adam Kilday. One of your playoff drivers tonight is we're already 3 wide. That is Dustin Loxton to the outside with Adam Kilday and Zach Rich. Rick Seabrands, Anthony English, and James Mayer. Dustin Loxton does get clear on both that middle and low lane, drops it all the way down to the bottom. Then we have Team No Presta. That is Josh Ball, one of your playoff drivers tonight. Kenny Real, Vicente Guerrero, Stephen Luttrell, Adam Strom, Stephen Miles, and Brandon Pfeiffer. Dale Cup, Brian Wang, Steve Corsick, Kevin Freeze, and Sebastian Marin. That consists of your Monday night teams. We are still 3 wide here. Let's go to a little bit wider screen if I can here. Why is none of my cameras working? Oh, there we go. We got Josh Ball down on the bottom end of the lead. That Dustin Loxton behind him. Vicente Guerrero, Kenny Real, Mark Mann. Here comes Zach Workman on the outside with Sean McCara, Adam Kilday, Zach Fritch. Trying to make that second line go. Still, we are side by side. Get back here to Gabe Butler, though. We go single file. Gabe Butler, Jeff Crosby Jr., Jimmy Reynolds, and then Anthony English, Dave Hunt side by side there. 87, Adam Strom drops down to the inside. Andy Brigante on the outside there of Adam. Hello, Moose Pie. Good to see you. Well, Belba, I don't know what happened to your son, but he is not racing. He is showing out already, so I don't know if something was going on. I hope everything is okay. Josh Ball, though, one of your playoff driver, one of your final 4 here, he is going to get pushed out to the front. Is he going to lead this lap? Not if Dustin Loxton has something to say about it. Dustin does have the run on the outside with Zach Workman. Loxton down to the inside in front of Ball. We're 3 wide right here. That is the 42 of Peter DeBorgia. The 36 of Stephen Luttrell. Going to take it to the outside of the 13. Stephen up into the wall a little bit. Didn't look like he made contact, but he was awful close. Now that second line getting a really good run down this back straightaway. They lose a little bit of momentum there coming into turns 3 and 4. Ooh, bump there by the 16 of Nate Warren on the 12. Excuse me, of Zach Fritch. Was able to get things under control. The 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. to the outside with the 42 of DeBorgia and the 36 of Luttrell. Looking at our playoff drivers, of course, Josh Ball is one of our top 4. Jeff Crosby Jr. making a run on the outside with the 42. That's that run that they were talking about. Cooler temperatures could get them to run. Here comes the 81 of Dustin Loxton, going to push the 33 through the corner. Looks like guys are still snaking it just a little bit. Getting a little bit shaky there coming through the tri-oval. Let's see, where is our other? There's 1, 2 right now. There's 2 of our 4. Adam Kilday back here in a 10th. And looking for Hunter is back here 22nd. Oh no. I see somebody into the wall. No caution. Well, caution's going to come out now as a 48. Andrew Schroeder gets tagged. Let's take a look at this and see what happened with Schroeder. All started right in here. Guys coming down pit road. Oh, the 13 of Brigante. Nowhere for Andrew or Schroeder to go. He gets into the back of his teammate, sends him up into the wall. Thought he had it saved. Then just got sideways coming down. And then 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. Looked like some net code right there too, folks. Hunter Reynolds. And then the 62 of Les Levy. Just right into the 48 of Andrew Schroeder. That brings out our first caution of the night. Jeff Crosby Jr. going to be your leader right now. Josh Ball second. Peter DeBorgia third. Dustin Loxton fourth. Vicente Guerrero fifth. Stephen Luttrell in sixth. Zach Workman seventh. Kenny Real in eighth. Nate Warren ninth. Sean McCarr rounding out your top 10. We are going to step aside for just a second. But when we get back, we'll see where everybody winds up. Of course, pit stops are going to be happening as well under caution. So hang tight, folks. We will be right back. All right. Well, we figured that was going to happen. Caution came out. Everybody is pitting right now. It looks like Anthony English was the only one that didn't pit. I think he was actually down on pit road when the caution came out. I see Mara out there rooting on the 04 of Mark Mann. Mara, good to see you out there tonight. As always. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all you viewers out there. Of course, if you haven't yet, be sure you smash that like button and give us a thumbs up. So to answer your question, Jeremy, that you sent me, I know you're still out there watching. So we will be coming back for Monday night. I am going to broadcast the fall brawl because I promised Anthony I would. And after that, I'm probably going to step aside. I'm going to finish out Thursday night as well. And that will probably be the last Thursday night season that I do. And guys, the reason why I'm stepping aside, me and my wife both work for the VA, and so we have pretty much the same schedule. On a normal day, she usually just gets off 30 minutes earlier than I do, but broadcasting on the weekends was taking up all my time, and my wife was like, hey, I want to start going places and doing things, so I'm stepping aside for the weekend stuff so we can start spending some time together. So it's unfortunate. I hate it. I was hoping Joshua would have been able to be back. Unfortunately, that's just not the case, and we'll wait and see what happens as far as Saturday goes. But as of right now, I am going to broadcast the Fall Brawl, which we do have coming up starting this weekend, Saturday. And then from then on, it's after the Fall Brawl, I don't know what's going to happen. Well, Mark Mann must have got caught up in that pretty good because he is now a lap down. He is the only truck a lap down. Anthony English out front, Jeff Crosby Jr. in second, Josh Ball in third, Peter DeBorgia in fourth, and Vicente Guerrero rounding out your top five. We come through turns 3 and 4. We'll come down through into the tri-oval. The pace truck will dive off down into pit road. We are going to get a little bit of sight and sound of these trucks roaring as they come through this United Reynolds restart zone for the Chevy Land green flag to get us back going. Lap 14, be lap 15 at the line. Chevy Land green flag back out. Here we go on the loud. These trucks are roaring tonight. Anthony English on the inside with Josh Ball, Vicente Guerrero, Zach Workman, Stephen Luttrell, Jeff Crosby Jr. getting a shot there from the 42 of Peter DeBorgia, the 81 of Dustin Loxton, the 11 of Kenny Reel on the outside as they start to get a little bit of a run. We'll see how they are able to manage. 42 of Peter DeBorgia. He is all over the rear bumper of that 33 machine of Crosby Jr. Looks like Jeff was looking at going down to the inside line, but just not enough room, not enough of a push to get him down there. They come down the back straightaway, lap 16. Of course, oh, easy. Josh Ball almost into the 44 a little too much. Had to back off of it, caused a little bit of a checkup, but they are still rolling. Of course, our stages here tonight, lap 25, the white flag will come out for stage 1. Lap 26 will be the end of stage 1. And then lap 50 and 51 for stage 2. Peter DeBorgia dropping down a little bit, getting a little side draft off of that one. The one right into the bumper of the 44 of English. Here we come on the outside. The 71 of Sean McCara making a move with that 12 of Zach Fritsch. Going to be a little bit of a stall coming about midway through. But Fritsch right on the bumper of McCara as they come through the tri-oval 3 wide for the lead to the finish line here. Lap 17, fixing to be lap 18. Anthony English with the lap lead. Now looking back, you got Gabe Butler. Excuse me. Gabe Butler and the 82 of Dan Harrington trying to make their way out on that third line as well. But up front, though, we are still 3 wide up here. A couple rows deep, and then the 71 of McCarr, the 12 of Fritsch to the outside. That middle line, though, with a little bit better run, that's going to allow Jeff Crosby Jr. to drop down to the inside. 71 having to back off a little bit, but here comes the 88 and the 82. Now we got a big line of trucks on that third lane, led by the 71 of Sean McCara, and 12 of Zach Fritsch. The 88 of Gabe Butler, the 82 of Dan Harrington drops it down to the inside, but right there beside Gabe now is the 071 of Eric Laurie. Eric kind of falling off the pace. Adam Schramm, though, stuck in the middle right there. Oh, we got a wreck happening. That is the 19 of Workman and the 53 of Dave Hunt. Let me go back here and see what happened, guys. It started right there. You see the one of Josh Ball dropping below the apron, along with the 14. That takes us 4 wide. Zach Workman just comes up and gets Dave Hunt, hooks his left rear. Well, that spins him around, and then Workman gets down in front of Vicente Guerrero, and that gets him spun around as well. As Zach, oh, he comes up and over that little hump, goes a little bit airborne. It looks like the only 2 trucks involved that I see. So everybody else looks like they were able to get it shut down. That's going to bring us to our second caution of the night. Unfortunately, or fortunately I should say, it came out before lap 21. So that means that these guys will have a shootout for the stage win. It looks like Richard Kuhn has taken his truck behind the wall as well, having a lot of connection issues. I wanted to bring somebody up here. I want to wait and see what he does. I want to visit with Mr. Bubba Winningham, just to get an idea of what these guys got going on and what Chevyland has going on. So give us just a second. And we'll bring we'll bring him up to the booth real quick. Hey, Bubba, Steve up in the booth. Got a copy there, buddy?
Hello, Steve. How you doing tonight, my friend?
Oh, man, I'm doing pretty good, Bubba. How are you doing? And, man, what all you got going on, brother?
Well, you know, earlier I was with Richard. I was, like, in front of Richard Kuhn when his truck was blinking so badly. and all of a sudden my truck disappeared for about 10 seconds, about a third of a lap. The whole field disappeared. I'm riding around thinking, where'd everybody go?
Uh-oh.
And I woke up, I reappeared back at the end of the pack, but that's the first time I ever blinked out like that in this computer, and hopefully it's just a one-time thing. Maybe the iRacing gods got me confused with Richard for a minute. I don't know.
Well, you
Other
know,
than that, though, we're going to have us a good race tonight.
well, you know, we've been having some netcode stuff going on. I seen out there on the track caused a caution or two. But really wanted to visit with you, Bubba, about what you got going on with Chevyland. I know you guys are in your season on Sunday with the checker flag guys. How is that going? Kind of give us an update if you would.
Well, the big news right now is, Silverado's, Chevy Silverado 1500, everybody gets 2.9% for 72 months on 25s, and they added 26s. So that's a real good deal. You know, the difference between regular rates, which are around 6.5%, 7.5% on A plus credit. Well, 2.9 means a ton of money. You're going to save several $1,000s in interest over the period of that loan now. So we have been selling the heck out of some Silverados at Chevyland this month.
That is awesome. You know, coming from a dealership background myself, I sold some your competition a little bit, Bub. I hate to say it, but
Yeah, bud.
I was in the Ram business for a little while, the Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler. Of course, each one has their top sellers, and the Chevy Silverado has always been a great seller for Chevrolet, and it will as long as they keep making them.
That's a fact. Good old 5.3 liter V8's been around since 1999. The LS is unbeatable engine. Just it's rock solid all these years. Tell you what else, a lot of folks are buying that 3 liter Duramax diesel, and they're getting like 35 miles per gallon in a full size truck on the highway.
I was actually looking at one of them, but then I found that RST that I really like, and
Oh yeah.
I really don't have the need for a diesel. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of what I want instead of what I need. You know what I mean? It's a want over a need, because I really don't need it. I just want it. So.
Well, you get you a nice Silverado with a nice bow tie on it, and everybody's gonna be happy.
Oh, I will be. Well, Bubba, thanks for taking the time to visit with us, man. Good luck out there, and who knows? You might see me out on the CFM track sometime in the future. You just never know.
I'm ready to get you back out there, race side by side, and door knock a little bit, and see what we can do.
Absolutely. Well, Bubba, good luck, buddy. Congrats, and enjoy the rest of the race, brother.
All right, brother. Take it easy, man.
All right. Well, we're getting ready to go back green here, folks. Lap 22 of 100. We'll have about a 4-lap shootout here as the pace truck will dive off down into pits road. As that Chevyland green flag comes back out once again on the loud pedal. Here we go. 3-lap shootout as the truck roar down that tri-oval past the start-finish line. Jeff Crosby Jr. out front. Dustin Logston right behind him. Sean McCara and Zach Fritch on the inside. That is the 44 of Anthony English, the 42 of Peter DeBorgia, the 11 of Kenny Real, and the 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. out on that high side. Excuse me. Anthony's going to get pushed out in front of Jeff Crosby Jr. A little bit of a wiggle there by the 81 of Dustin Logston. Of course, Monday nights, I've got to get with Joshua about doing the free streams so we can broadcast on Facebook and on YouTube here for Monday night. Of course, we're also looking into getting the Video Ninja, which guys that have cameras on their rigs will be able to pull them during the race, kind of a picture-in-picture, show them driving their simulators at home. Let me get this off of here and get our bar back up here. And for some reason, that deleted, so we're going to put this back in here. that got deleted, but we are season 15 championship race here tonight, folks. Thank you, everybody, again for tuning in. Love seeing all of our fans out there as we're watching these guys right now. They're kind of going single file back here around Doug Johnson, Josh Ball, Zach Workman, Eric Laurie, Vicente Guerrero, Hunter Reynolds, Jimmy Reynolds, Alex Giffen, Gabe Butler, Les Levy, Mark Mann, Andy Brigante, and Lynn McNeese. And that is the 47 of Richard Kuhn. Finally got his connection issues fixed. And we're going to have another caution. That is the end of the stage. I was paying attention to our laps here, but that is end of stage 1. Anthony English going to be your stage 1 winner. Let's go ahead and make sure of that. We'll do a live rewind here. We're going to go on a chase cam here, and we're going to double check this. But I'm pretty sure Anthony English crossed the line first. So Anthony English will be your stage 1 winner. But we'll get an interview with Anthony here in just a second. I am pretty sure he is going to come down pit road, so. Looks like everybody's going to come down pit road. Go ahead and top off on fuel. Maybe get for Mr. Feelgoods. And we'll bring... We'll go ahead and bring him up to the broadcast booth. Anthony, awesome job, buddy. Got the stage win. You know, great racing so far out there tonight. A little bit of issues between people, but not too bad.
It seems to be pretty solid so far.
So, well, I mean, you don't have a dog in the fight, so to speak, or dog in the hunt, so to speak. But you know, of course, it's always nice to get those little wins like that. It's a little bit of a confidence boost. You know, especially for guys like me that don't get to race a whole lot. And, you know, what do you got to do? What are you going to try to do the rest of the race? You going to try to help Adam get up to the front and stay up there? Or what y'all going to do, buddy?
I'm just trying to cause confusion. He's at the back, I'm in the front. Mark's doing, we don't know what the hell Mark's doing. Andrew is saying we don't know what Andrew's doing either. You know, we're just in here causing confusion. So, no, I'm kidding. I'm absolutely kidding. No, I don't know. We'll probably just, I think some of us are just doing what we need to do or doing what we want to do until stage. I think Adam's just trying to keep a clean car. And I think when it gets more into the pivotal time of the race, you will see Adam and these guys up here getting after it.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the fall brawl. Looks like we got everything locked in, ready to go. Of course, we start that Saturday. How are you feeling about this Fall Brawl 2 coming up?
I can't wait. I think it's going to be exciting. And I think you mean the following Saturday.
Well, according to the schedule, it's going to start this Saturday.
You must have the old schedule.
Let's see.
I don't know if you have the pre Labor Day schedule or the post Labor Day. Post Labor Day schedule, it got pushed back a week, so there's still that off week, and then it goes through the 7 week weeks.
Okay, so we are going to have an off week. This was,
Yes.
somewhere around August the 21st when this schedule was posted, which shows 9/27.
I'll get you the new one as soon as this race is over.
Okay. Well,
Or the updated version. I meant to get it to you, but I was waiting for the logo from Peter and stuff, so I just didn't end up sending them together.
I got you. All right. Well, either way, I'm looking forward to it because I tell you the race that I am actually looking forward to the most is going to be that week 2 second race in the Pro Light Trucks at the Wild West Motorsports Park. I'm going to love calling that race.
Yeah, that one's gonna be a fun one. You get a bunch of those super speedway guys in there on that dirt road truck, jumpy trucks and stuff like Rick likes to call them. it's gonna be fun for sure.
Well, Adam, get that to me, buddy. Looking forward to it. Congratulations on stage 1 win, and we will catch up with you here soon.
Thank you, bud. Sounds good. I mean, sounds good. Yeah.
It's all right. We'll talk to you later, bud.
All right, later.
All right. Well, we're getting ready to go back green here, folks. So we're coming around turn number 4. That pace truck will dive off down to pit road once again. Stage 1 completed. We will start stage 2 on lap 29. Chevy Land green flag up in the air, back out waving once again. Here we go. Start of stage number 2. Already, I see cars bouncing off everywhere. No, whoop, there's the caution. Ooh, looks like Mark Mann involved, Vicente Guerrero, Andy Brigante, Peter DeBorgia. Let's take a look at this here real quick. Let's go back. Let's go to a chase view here. Happened way back here. Oh, come on. Where's my mount? iRacing just crashed on me. Go figure. All right, guys. Hang tight. We'll be right back. Okay, we are back. I don't know why it did that, but we still are under pacing here. I will tell you that we had several trucks involved in that last crash. Peter DeBorgia was involved. Mark Mann, Vicente Guerrero, Andy Brigante was all involved in that. It looks like Mark will get back on the lead lap here. From the looks of things. But looking through our field right now as we get side by side stacked up, and Nate Warren in first, Peter DeBorgia second, Dustin Logston third, Kenny Reel in fourth, Jeff Crosby Jr. fifth, Bubba Winningham up to sixth, Andrew Schroeder in at seventh, Hunter Reynolds in eighth, Jimmy Reynolds in ninth, Zach Fritsch rounding out your top 10. And then we have Alex Gippen, Dave Hunt, Sean McCarr, Jeff Crosby Sr., Doug Johnson, Zach Workman, Dan Harrington, Anthony English, Adam Kilday, Stephen Luttrell, rounding out your 20 trucks. Then Les Levy, Adam Schramm, Eric Laurie, Gabe Butler, Mark Mann, Andy Brigante, Lynn McNeese, and Vicente Guerrero and Josh Ball. It looks like Richard Kuhn is still down on pit road. No, Richard Kuhn has to went ahead taking his truck behind the wall for tonight, folks. So he is done. Pace truck dives off down to pit road. Chevrolet green flag up in the air and a wave it. Here we go. Chevrolet green flag back out once again on the loud pedal. The 16 of Nate Warren down on the inside. The 42 of Peter DeBorgia to his outside right now. The 81 of Dustin Logston. Jeff Crosby Jr. down on the inside line. Kenny Reel right behind the 42 of Peter DeBorgia. A little bit of a gap, but it kind of closed up on them. As the 48 of Andrew Schroeder does get caught back up with the 33. Now the 6 of Bubba Winningham peeking to the outside. Nobody really going with him, but he had the run. Looks like he is going to stay out there, try to get some of that side draft off of him. He's got Hunter Reynolds down to his inside, so he has nowhere to go. Kind of looking to see if anybody jumps out there with Bubba. Look like the 19 of Zach Workman looking at going out there. Now Bubba back down into that second lane in front of the 53 of Dave Hunt. Of Zach Workman to the outside with the 36 of Stephen Luttrell going 3 wide. Dan Harrington in the middle. Anthony English on the bottom. Adam Kilday right behind Anthony right now. They're trying to get back up towards the front. Still seeing a lot of movement though. 26 of Hunter Reynolds jumps down to the inside. Zach Workman, Stephen Luttrell still trying to make that third lane to work. Seen some sparks coming off of Steven's truck, but we've been having some net coat stuff going on out on the track, and may not always be what you see. As the 16 of Workman jumps up to that second line, probably to help the 81 of Dustin get cooled off. Now Peter DeBorgia right on the bumper of the 16 of Warren. Logston, Crosby Jr., Schroeder, Reynolds, and Reynolds. Now, it sounds like a law firm. Reynolds and Reynolds Law Firm. But Reynolds and Hunter Reynolds, Jimmy Reynolds down on the inside, and the 99 of Alex Gippin right there as well. Again, we're still looking at this third lane, trying to form up to get something going. They're going to get a little bit of a run coming down the backstretch. Going to make up a few spots as they're coming to the outside of the 6 of Bubba Winningham. Back up here, Kenny Real getting a little bit of side draft off of the 81. He is going to be right on the bumper of the 42 of DeBorgia. Ooh, the 83 or 38. We're going to have a wreck here. Jimmy Reynolds going to hit the 15 of Jeff Crosby Jr. Wow, no caution? That was strange. Well, here comes this other group. Peter DeBorgia bringing these guys down. That's going to be Peter DeBorgia, Nate Warren, Dustin Loxton, Sean McCarr, Jeff Crosby Jr. That's going to put Zach Workman in the lead. Bubba Winningham on the outside in a second with the 53 of Dave Hunt. Now the 36 getting pushed up close to the wall by the 83. But Zach Workman, though, going to take over the lead. Down on the bottom line with Zach Fritsch, Kenny Real, Dan Harrington, and the 36 of Stephen Luttrell. Here comes the 87 of Adam Schramm, making a run to get caught up with the 36. And then this group right here, Lynn McNeese, Andy Brigante, Vicente Guerrero, Josh Ball, one of your playoff drivers tonight for the championship 4, back here in the 13th. The 13 of Andy Brigante moving out of the way, going to the outside. Ooh, Andy doing a little bit of blinking there. Here comes Zach Workman, Zach Fritsch, Kenny Real, Stephen Luttrell down pit road. We're going to see the field kind of spread out a little bit now as Bubba Winningham takes over the lead. Dave Hunt in a second. Dan Harrington in third. Adam Schramm fourth. Doug Johnson in fifth. Lynn McNeese in sixth. Vicente Guerrero seventh. Josh Ball at eighth. Andy Brigante ninth. Les Levy and Jeff Crosby Sr. back here in 10th and 11th. Kenny Real coming off of pit road with Stephen Luttrell. Jimmy Reynolds, he is back here in 14th. He's got the speed to get around these guys. I'm sure Kenny's going to probably get caught up. But here comes the 48 of Andrew Schroeder. A 44 of Anthony English now making his way up through the field. We're back 3 wide. Gabe Butler to the outside. Nate Warren down on the inside. Sean McCarr getting awful close to the 48 of Andrew Schroeder, a 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. in the draft of the 71 of Sean McCarr. Now that second lane's going to get going, but right now Bubba Winningham and this group are going to be your leaders. They are Anthony English and them on the back straightaway, about 31 seconds behind Bubba. Bubba and them are coming up on him quick. Let's take a look at his Bubba's been out here 14 laps, so would venture to say they're probably going to get ready for pit stops as a caution comes out. Looks like Sean McCarr, Hunter Reynolds, and Gabe Butler involved in that. Where's my caution at? Not sure. where that happened at. Oh, right here. I believe I've seen Hunter Reynolds taking the brunt of that. Let me get moved over here, guys, so we can get a view of this to see what happened. Oh, Anthony English. What happened to Anthony? He just... Look at this. Oh, they hooked the bumper. The 42 hooked the bumper of the 44. And that just caused a chain reaction with everybody else. Unfortunately, that's going to bring out another caution. Let me see where we're at on our laps. Lap 42. So we will still be under stage 2 regulation here as we get ready. These guys coming down pit road now. It's going to get everybody stacked back up. Looks like Anthony English opted to stay out, along with Nate Warren, Kenny Real, and Stephen Luttrell. Sean McCara lap down, so he's going to try to stay out just to get his lap back. We'll see what happens here. But Anthony English, looks like Zach Workman and Zach Fritsch both are lap down, so looks like they're staying out to try to get their laps back as well. Well, guys, we're going to step aside for just a second while these guys are finishing their pacing laps. But when we return, we should be ready to go back green. Hang tight. I will be right back. All right, folks, we are back as they're coming down the back straightaway. Going to get ready to go back green here in just a second. Nate Warren going to be your leader. Or Anthony English may be your leader. I think Nate Warren's going to be on the outside. Kenny Real in third. Stephen Luttrell fourth. Dave Hunt fifth. Bubba Winningham in sixth. Jeff Crosby Sr. in seventh. Doug Johnson eighth. Dan Harrington ninth. And Andrew Schroeder rounding out your top 10. Well, like I said, folks, we got some changes going to be coming up. Going to have some new features. Already talked to Jimmy Reynolds. You know, we'll talk a little bit about SDK. I like SDK. I like the looks of it. But honestly, I'm having so many problems with SDK as far as practice and stuff as the pace truck dives off down the pit road. We get ready to go back green in the United Restart Zone. Here we go. Green flag back out once again on the loud pedal. Lap 46 underway. Lap 45 underway. We'll have 5 more laps before we get the white flag. And then we will get ready to end at stage 2. But yeah, I'm looking. I got to get with iBog. I think he was the one that actually made the ATVO for Maxspeed TV. I'm going to get with him about maybe getting a updated ATVO or something. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I do like the layout, the looks of the SDK, but I don't like the fact that I got to refresh during the practice sessions and during the qualifying in order to keep the timings up to date. Well, Stephen Luttrell trying to make a run on the outside with the 53 of Dave Hunt, the 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. Looks like they're going to have a pretty good run at it. If Steven can get clear, I see him dropping down to that inside line. But he is now clear. There he goes. Anthony English down on the apron. That is unlike Anthony unless he was getting pushed by the 11 of Kenny Real. But Kenny's a pretty decent pusher from what I've seen. With the back and forth of the trucks in front of you, you kind of have to try to follow them, and sometimes it's hard to do, especially if they're having a hard time keeping their truck in a line. So Anthony is going to get me that updated schedule. It looks like we are going to be off next weekend. And the week after that is when we're going to start the fall brawl. So stay tuned. And iRacing is going to crash on me again. Why? What is going on with iRacing? Well, folks, we're going to step aside once again and get this thing rebooted. Hang tight. For some reason, we were still muted. Guys, we are back with Nate Warren, your Stage 2 winner. And Nate, we've been having some technical difficulties on the broadcast side. Well, iRacing has crashed on me twice already, so I think we came back right when the flag came out, but got you up in the front spot as the Stage 2 winner. Of course, no dog in the fight for you tonight here as far as, buying for the season championship. But
I'm here to push my brother Jeff Crosby Jr. to the W.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say. You do have your teammate out there, and I'm sure you're going to be trying to help him if the occasion arises.
Yes, sir, I am.
Well, buddy, how's the trucks feel out there tonight? I noticed that there's a lot of guys. I'm seeing a lot of back and forth. I know that the pre-race we had a little bit of a wind. That's not causing an issue, is it?
No, I think the trucks are real gripped up and easy to drive. The tires aren't wearing. You're just seeing people be aggressive because I think they're really comfortable to drive right now between the cool temp and, nice, fresh, not 08 corners.
I hate 08 track. I've said that adamantly that I do not like that track, but
it's a tough one.
It is. It brings out the best.
We gotta mix it up.
Yeah. Well, it brings out the best and the worst in drivers. It really shows you who can wheel and who thinks they can.
Oh yeah.
Well, buddy, congratulations again on the Stage 2 win. A remarkable season by all of you guys. It's been fun to call. Just got to figure out why iRacing keeps crashing on me. But congratulations again, bud.
Thanks,
go,
man.
Go enjoy that Stage 2 win, and man, just have some fun the rest of the race.
Fingers crossed for your iRacing.
Let's hope it stays there.
Yep.
So, all right, buddy. Take care.
Later, man.
All right, we get him back down into his team as we come down the backstretch. Looks like Bubba Winningham is either down pit road. He is still on pit road. As we get these last little section of pacing done, Andrew Schroeder in P1, Dustin Loxton in second. Stable the trail in third, Mark Mann back up to fourth. Kenny really, oh my goodness. What is going on? All right, folks, we are back again. I apologize about iRacing crashing. I don't know what is going on. It is not telling me anything. It's not giving me any indications of problems. Let me reload my SDK. As we got guys going everywhere right now. Stephen Luttrell, he is out front. Kenny Reel to the outside with the 81 of Dustin Logston in a second. Andrew Schroeder third. Dustin Logston in a fourth. Adam Kilday fifth. Mark Mann in sixth. Les Levy in a seventh. Looks like we have lost 3 drivers tonight. Rick Sanchez did not start. Richard Kuhn drops out in 30th and Bubba Winningham in 31st. What we may have to do if this happens again, I'll have Jimmy. We are wrecking. Oh man, big wreck. A lot of trucks involved in this one. A lot of carnage out there right now. Stephen Luttrell, I mean, it was a huge wreck, folks. Luttrell with the meatball. Mark Mann getting caught up. Sean McCara back here, something slowed down enough to get through. Vicente Guerrero, Adam Kilday, Peter DeBorgia, Josh Ball, Jeff Crosby Jr., Dan Harrington, all with black flags. It looks like Stephen Luttrell having to tow back to the pits. But what I was saying is, if it does crash on me again, I'll get the replay from Jimmy, and we will do a highlight sometime this week or this weekend. Yeah, he did do some fence work, that is for sure. I am not going to try to go back through and watch any replays, guys. Again, I don't want this to be up here because that's all you guys will see. But I want to see if there is something. I don't want to do that because then I got to restart it. Well, let's see where Jimmy is out on the track. Well, let's go ahead and bring him back up to the booth real quick. Hey, Jimmy, real quick, buddy. We're having some technical difficulties. iRacing keeps crashing on me, and I do not know why. So if it does it again, I will get with you if you would save the replay and get it to me. And if nothing else, we'll go back and do a highlight video.
All right.
So that way we get everything, caught. But right now, we're not going to do any instant replays or anything like that. Again, I got to figure out why it's doing it. I have no idea.
Okay.
So, well, thank you, sir, and we will catch up with you. Hopefully, we'll get to catch the rest of the race.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thank
buddy.
you for letting me know.
No problem. All right, well, guys, let me get this on here. Lap 62 of 100. So again, no instant replays, guys. I don't want it to overdo anything. I may have to uninstall and reinstall iRacing. We'll see what happens. And it's weird. It only seems to happen whenever I'm broadcasting. Doesn't happen when I'm racing. When I do get to race, anyway. So if there's any tech-savvy people out there that might know what I could check, let me know. And Dylan, you're not a tech-savvy person, so don't even try. We still got pit stops happening, guys coming in for pit stops to try to get topped off. Not seeing anybody taking any tires, so definitely just coming in for fuel. Well, that's going to change up our landscape a little bit. Doug Johnson, your leader. Dave Hunt in second. Sean McCara third. Dan Harrington in fourth, Anthony English in fifth, Jimmy Reynolds sixth, Andy Brigante seventh, Adam Schramm in eighth, Jeff Crosby Jr., one of your playoff drivers in ninth, Adam Kilday right there, playoff driver in 10th, Lynn McNeese in 11th, Alex Gippen 12th, Andrew Schroeder 13th, championship driver, I should say, championship driver, Josh Ball in 14th, Gabe Butler in 15th, Les Levy 17th. We keep getting some switcheroos here. And championship driver Hunter Reynolds back here in 18th. As the lights on the pace truck are out, we have got 3 drivers that have called it a night. Richard Kuhn, Bubba Winningham, and Rick Sanchez. And Belva, if you're out there, I hope everything is okay with Rick. Well, there goes the pace truck down to pit road. As we get to the restart zone, that Chevy Land green flag back out once again. Here we go. On the loud pedal, Dave Hunt on the outside of the 80 or 83 of Doug Johnson. They are battling it out right now for first. Adam Schramm, Sean McCara, Hunter Reynolds right there. 82 of Dan Harrington, Anthony English, Jimmy Reynolds, Andy Brigante. Stephen Luttrell's back out there, but he is 2 laps down now. Andy Brigante and the 48 of Andrew Schroeder, teammates for Wicked Race Team. Peter DeBorgia to the outside on that third lane. Looks like Hunter Reynolds and Jimmy Reynolds going to join him. Here comes Stephen Luttrell out there as well, as that third line is getting a good run on that second lane. Of course, cooler temperatures. We'll see what happens as we come down the back straightaway. That third line's going to get a great run here down the back straightaway around Sean McCara. Are they going to have enough to clear them before the corner? Doesn't look like they do, but they're going to stay out there. Doug Johnson down on the inside right now with the 82 of Dan Harrington and the 44 of Anthony English. So we come back through the tri-oval. Doug Johnson going to lead a lap here. 71 of Sean McCarr in the middle with Dave Hunt on the outside. The 26 of Hunter Reynolds. The 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. 36 of Steve on the trail, but he drops down to that second lane. And the 42 of Peter DeBorgia on that third line as well. Steven's going to get caught up to that 53. So 53 gives the 71 a shot. Spins him around. That sends Doug down to the bottom. That sends the 87 Adam Schramm up into the wall as well. The 71 of Sean McCara getting a lot of damage on that. The 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. Doug Johnson towing to the pits. Lynn McNeese with the meatball flag. But Lynn was a lot of damage. He is not going to make it back to pit road. He is going to have to tow as well. Well, that's going to put Hunter Reynolds as your leader. Dan Harrington in second. Dave Hunt in third. Anthony English fourth. Andrew Schroeder in fifth. Zach Fritch in sixth. Zach Workman in seventh. Gabe Butler actually moving up to seven. Workman in eighth. DeBorgia ninth. Looks like Peter is coming back up. Going to be in eighth. Eric Laurie in ninth. Workman falling back to 10th. Dustin Logston 11th. Andy Brigante coming around Logston right now. I don't know what is going on here. There's guys going everywhere, getting back lined up. Let me get this out of the way, guys. I'm looking at something while we are pacing. Well, that could be one reason. There is a new graphics driver out that I did not know about. So that's probably causing part of my problem. We'll have to update that, but we're going to stay right here. Again, we're not going to do any replays. We're just going to stay on the race. Gabe Butler's moving back up to the top spot. That's going to put Hunter Reynolds in a second. Anthony English third. I believe that makes our third caution for a wreck, and then we had the 2 cautions for the stages, so 5 total cautions, but 2 of them were the end of stages, so don't really count those as cautions. So 3 actual cautions for tonight. Well, it looks like we got everybody lined up again. Hunter Reynolds, your championship driver, one of them, up here in the front. Jeff Crosby Jr. in 4th. Adam Kilday in 6th. And Josh Ball is back here in 17th. As they come down the back stretch, guys, that we will be at 31 to go at the line. It is 9:03 Central Standard Time, 10:03 out on the East Coast. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in. Okay, Moose Pie, you have a good night, and we will see you next time. Of course, we will have a broadcast Thursday night for the OP Throwback Cup Series. I do believe they are going to be at Kansas. Let me see. Yep, we will be at Kansas on Thursday night in those Gen 4 cars. Pace truck down to pit road. Once again, here we go. Green flag, Chevy Lane, green flag in the air. And waving back on the loud pedal. Lap 70, 31 to go. Already got guys. Vicente Guerrero. As the caution comes out on the restart, Vicente Guerrero with the black flag. Dustin Loxton down to the bottom, as well as Jeff Crosby Sr. Well, we're going to try to do a live rewind to see if that does anything. Jeff Crosby Sr. right there got Dustin Loxton right behind him. There's a checkup there by Gabe and the 17 and Dustin. Kenny Real getting a piece of it as well. Nate Warren slides by. Well, that sends Dustin and Senior down into the grass. Trying to see what happened to Vicente, because I seen Vicente cutting the grass as well. He got a black flag probably for passing under yellow. We get to talking about them cautions, and this is what happens. So everybody's going to come down pit road. Zach Fritch, Hunter Reynolds, Jeff Crosby Jr., Andrew Schroeder, Adam Kilday, Mark Mann, Andy Brigante, Alex Giffen. Pretty much the whole field. Stephen Luttrell did get the lucky dog, so he is coming around from the looks of it. Looks like Lynn McNeese has taken his truck behind the wall, as well as Doug Johnson, Richard Kuhn, Rick Sanchez, and Bubba Winningham. So that's going to put everybody back on the lead lap. Stephen Luttrell will be back on the lead lap in 26th spot. I know that's going to make William and Lorna happy that he's back on the lead lap. Now he's going to be fighting to get out back up to where he was at. Zach Workman going to be your leader. Anthony English in second. Gabe Butler third. The championship driver Hunter Reynolds in a fourth. Zach Fritsch fifth. Another championship driver of Jeff Crosby Jr. in sixth. Adam Kilday, your third championship driver, in seventh. And where is Josh Ball? Is back here in 17th. All right, guys, while they finish up their pace laps, we're going to step aside. We will be. All right, we get back. They go side by side, stacked up, racked up, ready to go once again. As we try to get almost 3/4 of the way through, we'll be starting lap 74 at the green flag. You got Zach Workman, Zach Fritsch, Adam Kilday, Mark Mann down on the inside. To start out, Hunter Reynolds, Jeff Crosby Jr. It looks like that is the 48 of Andrew Schroeder starting on the outside. So they come down the back stretch. We're going to get ready to go back green here in just a second. Again, I do apologize for all the technical difficulties we've been having tonight. We're going to go through and get some things updated. Make sure the graphics card, all of that is all updated. Hopefully, that will fix our problem. Well, the pace truck will dive off down to pit road. We get ready to go back green here. Chevrolet green flag back out once again on the loud pedal. Here we go. We're going to have a little checkup back here by Jeff Crosby Sr., but everything worked out. Lap 74 of 100 in the books. When we come back around, we will have 26 laps to go. Peter DeBorgia already looking to the outside of the 16 of Nate Warren. Hey, we see Ty out there, Dahlman. How you doing, buddy? Two championship drivers out on that outside line with the 48 of Schroeder. I'm glad you popped in, brother. We're watching this race right now. This for the lead up here. That's work with Zach Fritch. Adam Kilday, your playoff or championship driver. But why didn't you? So we have 3 of our 4 championship drivers right up here, up on the front. 26 to 33 to 85. Bristol, not another one of my favorite tracks. Ooh, looking back here, we got a 3-wide situation. Speaking of our other playoff driver, look at this. Josh Ball getting a run. He jumps down to the second lane behind that 33. Schroeder jumps out there to that third line. Well, that forced Josh Ball down to that second lane. Andrew looking to stay out on that third line. Got Peter DeBorgia, Dustin Logston right behind him. Zach Fritch in the middle with Hunter Reynolds, the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr., the 1 of Josh Ball. Those 3 are championship drivers. Now we got all 4 of our championship drivers up towards the front. So 12 drops down to the inside. Well, it's looking like it. Now we got 3 of our championship drivers in that middle lane. 1 of them down on the bottom line. You know, Jack, that is a good question. I am not sure. I've seen some early release videos, and honestly, the graphics look a lot like iRacing. I mean, of course, iRacing helped develop it, but I'm kind of wondering. I don't know what platform it's coming out on. I know it's coming out on PC. Oh, here we go. Oh, the 81 of Dustin Logston up on his side. That's going to bring out another caution with 22 laps to go. Again, I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but we're going to do the live rewind. It seems not to mess everything up. Let's get on a chase view, because it happened back behind. I want to say right around here, but let's take a look at this. Dustin Logston, he goes up into the wall. He comes down and gets hooked there, it looks like by the 71 of Sean McCara. And Dustin goes up on his side and around, almost up on his lid. It almost looked like the 42 got loose in front of him. You can kind of see the 42 into the back of the 48. Dustin went up into the wall, hits on that right rear. He comes down at 71 at the same time coming up. They make contact, and that's just, it ended up hooking him down into Jimmy Reynolds, and then the air just got up underneath him and flipped him over. We will be at 21 to go here, folks. Yeah, I think it was all started up around the front, right behind Andrew Schroeder. The truck kind of caused a check up and got him up into the wall and sent him down. Of course, he got hooked by the 71 of Sean McCara. Really, both of them kind of met in the middle. We got a lot of stuff going on down pit road right now. Everybody trying to get out to get into that lead spot, but Hunter Reynolds is going to come out first. Jeff Crosby Jr. second, Zach Workman in a third, Zach Fritsch fourth, Adam Kilday in a fifth, and then your fourth top championship driver tonight, Josh Ball, in a seventh. Yeah, it's sometimes the mechanics. It's weird on iRacing, but these trucks are pretty notorious about any slightest air up underneath sideways is going to lift it up. Yeah, yeah, it was a blowover and a weight shift at the same time. 100%. We are at 20 to go under caution. When we get back going, we should be at 19 to go. It does in the right situation, Everett. I've had it actually happen to me as well. It just depends on... It just depends on the circumstance, but yeah, I've had the next gen car go topsy-turvy with me driving it. Well, Jack, I bet that was kind of crazy to see. I was going to try to go to my first NASCAR race this month at Kansas, but just wasn't in the cards, so we're trying to get some things situated, and if they get my VA stuff done in my favor, well, I'm definitely going to be catching some races next year, because I live right smack dab in between two of the, I don't know if it's the nicest tracks, but where I live at, I'm 5 hours from Kansas Motor Speedway, and I'm about 4 hours from Texas. I just want to go and have a good time. I've never been to one. It's kind of on my bucket list. I've been to a professional baseball game, been to a professional basketball game, got to watch the Oklahoma City Thunder play. Got to go see the Texas Rangers play. Still want to go see a football game, which if we do, it's probably going to be a Dallas game because, one, we live close, and two, my wife's a Dallas fan, so... Hey, I tried to convert her, but she would not convert to any other team, so you can't blame me for that one. All right, there goes the pace truck down to the pit road. So we get to that United Reynolds restart zone. Chevy Land green flag back out once again on the loud pedal. 18 to go at the line, folks. Here we go. Well, I know Auburn was just here at OU at Oklahoma, and I don't think they fared too well this last weekend, so. Already, guys looking at going 3 wide, but decided against it. Jeff Crosby Jr. battling out with Hunter Reynolds. 85 of Adam Kilday trying to find a home. Finally gets back behind the 19 of Zach Workman. Well, there goes the 33 of Crosby Jr. down to that inside line in front of Hunter Reynolds, but outside, got a third lane trying to form up. That is Peter DeBorgia, the 81 of Dustin Logston. Now the 13 of Andy Brigante, the 53 of Dave. There we go. Now we're back going. I don't know why, if I'm having network issues or what, but I shouldn't because I'm on fiber. Looking at the front up here, you've got Jeff Crosby Jr. down on the bottom line with Hunter Reynolds. Right behind him is the 19 of Zach Workman, the 85 of Adam Kilday. That fourth truck on the inside line. On the outside, you've got the 12 of Zach Rich, the 48 Andrew Schroeder, the 42 of Peter DeBorgia, 81 of Dustin Logston, the 53 of Dave Hunt. Now the 13 of Andy Brigante looking at the outside, making it 3 wide back here with 15 laps to go. But nobody out there with Andy right now. Jeff Crosby Sr. in the middle, the 62 of Les Levy down on the bottom. Back up to the front, though, Jeff Crosby Jr. with the lead. Ooh, Adam Kilday coming down pit road with Mark Mann, Les Levy, and Anthony English. Let's take a look at their pit strategies. Maybe they feel they wasn't going to have enough fuel to make it to the end of the race. So they went down as a group, because if the leaders go down, they will have the speed to catch back up with them and maybe go around them. Jeff Crosby Jr., though, still in the lead. See what these guys do. Here they come. Big group coming down pit road right now. Josh Ball with the black flag speeding on pit entry. That's going to hurt. Zach Workman as well with the black flag. Well, Zach Fritsch, Andrew Schroeder, Peter DeBorgia getting pushed up by the 53. But the group that went down, Adam Kilday, Mark Mann, and Anthony English, going to make their way back up. Going to see what this group does. Well, there goes that inside line. Now, they have a rule to get here even on Monday night. Actually, I think it's across the board with OP that you have to pit from that low line. You cannot pit from any other line other than that very bottom line. So we are 12 to go. Adam Kilday does have Kenny Real going to the high side. Adam Kilday, Mark Mann, Anthony English all have the speed and the run. They drop it down to the inside line. Peter DeBorgia looks like they are going down pit road now with Dave Hunt, Dustin Logston, Alex Gippen, Andy Brigante. That left Dan Harrington out there by himself. Zach Fritsch, but again, Adam Kilday in this lead group. Oh, a little bit of almost a net code issue with the 85 and the 33. Well, he's coming off of pit road, so they're fixing to get past because here comes the lead group. Oh, two of our championship drivers going door to door. That caught Jimmy Reynolds. There goes the caution. Peter DeBorgia with the black flag. Looked like he got caught speeding on the pits. But Hunter Reynolds probably going to have a little bit of damage on that. Jeff Crosby Jr. Adam Kilday. Let's do a rewind here, folks. Just going to do the live rewinds because that seems to be okay. Let's go on a chase view because it happened with Hunter. Gabe Butler's right there. Hunter goes up, catches the wall. We go 3 wide. Gabe Butler's on the bumper, gives him a bad push. Adam Kilday looking to go in the middle. They just met in the middle. Both of them had the same thought at the same time. It's what it looked like to me. We'll see with 10 laps to go. Dan Harrington's going to go ahead and take his truck down the pit road for his pit stop. So that's going to put Dustin Loxton as your leader. Dave Hunt right now in a second. It looks like Vicente Guerrero going to get his lap back. Dustin Loxton is going to be your leader. Josh Ball is a lap down. He is one of your championship drivers tonight. Peter DeBorgia is a lap down, so they're hoping to get the waiver round for staying out. Right now, Dustin Loxton going to be your leader. Looks like the 19 is Zach Workman up there as well as the 87 Adam Schramm. So I want to kind of see what happens here as we get ready to go back. Lights on the pace truck go out. We'll see if those drivers get the waiver round. That'll be Peter DeBorgia, Josh Ball, Adam Schramm, and Zach Workman. But Dustin Loxton going to be your leader. Dave Hunt second. Alex Green and Giffen, in a third. Andy Brigante fourth. Jeff Crosby Jr. fifth. Hunter Reynolds in sixth. Anthony English seventh. Adam Kilday in eighth. Mark Mann in ninth. Stephen Luttrell, after being down a lap or two, back on the lead lap up here in 10th. It's like Kenny Reel down on pit road, so we want to see as we get to the start-finish line. So the 36 earlier got rolled up and went up on the safer barrier and up into the catch fence, but other than that, no. Nobody's actually rolled over tonight. Oh, there very well could be, Jack. We've already had a big one, but you know it's still 8 laps to go. These top 4 guys are championship drivers. Jeff Crosby Jr., Hunter Reynolds, Adam Kilday, Josh Ball are really going to be fighting to get up towards the front. Of course, these guys up front aren't just going to get out of the way and let them have it. And of course, they want to get their name in there and for a win on the season as well. So, which I don't blame them. I mean, it's racing. That's what we do. Let's go ahead and take a look at our temperatures. We're still at 78-degree track temperature, 76 air temperature. Humidity's dropped to 68%, and we've dropped down to 5-mile-an-hour winds. So definitely a good track conditions for racing tonight. Well, here we go. Pace truck down to pit road, getting ready to go to that United Rentals restart zone. The Chevy Land green flag back out once again on the loud pedal. We will be 7 to go. Of course, they also have a rule and yellow flag back out already. Looked like it happened back here with Nate Warren. Let's go on board here with Nate. Who's that behind him? That's Jimmy Reynolds behind him. Oh, right there. That was the 48 of Andrew Schroeder. Got caught up in that to begin with. Oh, there was a checkup. That sent Schroeder up into the wall, back down into the 15, and just ping-ponged off of everybody. Big checkup there on that restart. Believe it or not, Jack, I've seen it too many times as a broadcaster. And a lot of it is either somebody starts in the wrong gear or they shift to the wrong gear and it causes a big checkup. And typically that's what happens is, but in an actual race, no, normally you don't see that. Got my dogs out there barking at something. I don't know what he's barking at. I'm not saying it can't happen. It's just, it's rare that you do see it happen. Ooh, I bet that those, you guys that drive those sprint cars, you guys are just absolutely nuts. I've watched those sprint cars run and they are just full throttle the whole way. I've got a funny story. I was helping a buddy of mine out. He was running Grand National dirt track, and I never really had much wheel time in a dirt car to that point. And they was like, hey, well, we're going to let you run some hot laps after the race. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, you know. Got out there, and it was the night that the sprint cars were running at the local track. And I was waiting to go out on the track. There was a sprint car out there doing hot laps. And, you know, caution, he was out there for enough time, and they threw the caution for him to get off the track. Well, the guy that was holding me up pulls me, you know, goes ahead, weighs me out. And I come, you know, of course, the entrances at the track was turns 3 and 4. As I come around turn number 4, flagman, you know, threw the green flag. I took off, got on the back stretch, and, well, there was that sprint car. And let me tell you, I just about killed that poor guy. I don't know why he stayed out on the track. He should have exited, because when they threw the caution, he came right by me when they threw the caution, and I was at turns 3 and 4, so he should have just exited there to turn 1 and didn't do it. Well, yeah, I made that mistake too when I got my street stock. I was running that top line because I had somebody down below me, and got up on that cushion, and well, next thing I know, the right rear corner of my car hits the wall, breaks the bolt on my seat. So every time I go into the corner, my seat would rise up. So I was driving with one hand, holding the cage with my left hand, trying to keep my seat down. Well, here we go. Pace truck fixing to dive off down to pit road, hopefully for the last time. This will be a regulation GWC. That's a Chevy Land green flag back out. Here we go. 3 laps to go. They got to make it around a couple of laps. Get to that white flag. And I believe at this point, unless an admin throws a caution, it will be iRacing cautions only. There's a 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. in a pretty decent spot right now on that outside line, trying to get to 81 to go. But you got Dave Hunt down on the bottom with the 99 of Alex Giffen. The 13 of Andy Brigante, the 26, another one of our championship drivers of Hunter Reynolds down on the inside line. Jeff Crosby Jr. all over the bumper of that 81. Try to push him up there or get him out of the way. One of the two. Now Hunter Reynolds jumping up into that second lane. He's going to be behind Anthony English. Now they're going to make it 3 wide. We are 2 to go. Here comes the one of Josh Ball. He is trying to get up to the front, contending for the season champion. The 44, the 26. 26 trying to use the 44 to get up towards the front. Now the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. really all over the bumper of that 81. It is going to come down to the wire here, folks. We come around turns 3 and 4 to the tri-oval. White flag in the air. The 81 making that truck 2 lanes wide. Trying to slow that top line down. Anthony English going to be out front right now with the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. So white flag is out, so no matter what, whatever happens now is going to happen. We got Josh Ball wrecking in the back. That's going to leave 2 of our 3 championship drivers. Adam Kilday right there in 8th. Really watching this one because, 99 checks up. That gets the 33 loose. The 26 to 33 trying to get straightened out. Anthony English trying to keep him straight. The 82 into the 33. That's going to put Adam Kilday as your winner and your Season 15 OP Premier Series Season 15 champion. Unbelievable finish. Anthony was really trying to keep the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. straight. Well, that just allowed Adam Kilday to go right through and take the victory. Wow. We're going to stay on Adam as these guys, Adam's going to cut through the grass and celebrate his victory. Well, Mark Mann, Dustin Logston going to be your second and third place finishers. Well, hang tight, folks. We're going to get our top three up here. Before the post-race interview, we will be right back. All right, guys, we have caught up with, two of our top three, and we will start with our third place finisher. Let me get this off here. Our third place finisher, Mr. Mark Mann. Let me bring Mark down here into the broadcast booth real quick. Mark, congratulations on your P3 finish, buddy. Man, that was a wild finish, but overall, dude, what a great season you guys had.
That was wild, to say the least. There was a lot going on there. A lot to unpack on that last lap. All I knew was I was behind Adam, and I was just dedicated to him, and then all of a sudden he moved up to the high line and was gone. Ooh. And then things started happening, and then he was back, and he won, and somehow I was able to get through all that carnage, and yeah, it's good job. Good job, Adam.
Well, overall, good team victory for you guys tonight. I mean, you got two of the top three spots, and your teammate obviously has won the Season 15 championship. I know you guys are excited for him. But what overall, though, other than my technical difficulties, which I think I found out what it was, I think I need to update my graphics driver. But all in all, though, what a great season. A lot of great racing out there. Tonight was a little bit rough, but we knew it was going to be a fight through the whole thing.
And it was a dogfight. There was a lot of chaos in this race. I didn't expect it to be so chaotic. You know, it was a cool track. You know, the trucks were getting hot, but everybody was really going for it. And just happy Adam came out on top tonight, and Vendetta as a team. I believe we won the team championship or whatever. You know,
Right.
but
Well,
yeah,
you know, like, again, man, it's always it's always fun to watch you guys race and to call these races. And I'm glad I'm going to go ahead and stick around for the next season. But you know, we're going to have about a month off to kind of regroup. I know you've got other leagues going on, but what else you got going on in your life before we turn the mic over to you, buddy?
Well, you know, we're coming up on deer season here in a week and a half,
Mm-hmm.
and bow, and I'll be hitting that pretty hard for the whole month of October and half of November, and then we get into rifle the second week of November. Got some camping coming up. I will be missing some weekend races, and yeah, I mean, when the time change comes, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I might as well come home and race because it's dark at 4 o'clock. So what else am I going to do?
Yeah, right.
But, you know, super happy about, you know, I would have loved to have been in the Final Four. You know, I was looking at it with a quarter of a lap to go and just wasn't meant to be. I got a Wednesday championship, and I believe Adam got Saturday and Monday. So it was a Vendetta sweep in all categories. So that's pretty cool.
Well, awesome.
We were underfunded and
underfunded.
Underfunded team, but we made it.
Oh, man. Well, awesome job, Mark. Congratulations. Brother, the mic's yours. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give?
Yeah, thanks for broadcasting, Steve. You know, how much we appreciate your dedication to OP and any of the other leagues that you broadcast. And all the guys who made this happen this season, and especially my teammates. And congratulations to Adam. I mean, it was a stacked field. You know, Hunter is a 3-time champion. Crosby's hungry. Ball was hungry. But, you know, a little bit of luck went our way tonight, and he was able to get it. And say hi to Mara if she's still awake. She's probably not. But and everybody else watching at home.
All right, Mark. Well, buddy, congratulations again. Great season. Go celebrate, and we will catch up with you later, bud.
Thank you, bro.
All right. Well, we got to give a shout-out to our P2 finisher tonight. That is the 81 of Dustin Logston. So big shout-out to you, Dustin. Congratulations on your P2 finish. Well, that's going to bring us to our winner here. Let me get on his car, or his truck, I should say, and we'll bring him down here to the booth. Well, Adam, buddy, you started pole, or didn't start pole, but you started back in looks like 18th or 20th, finished in first, and well, dude, you locked up season 15 OP Monday Night Premier Series championship.
Yeah, I mean, I just shoot, dude. It's like I said, man, earlier. It definitely comes down to luck. Right place, right friggin' time there at the end. I still don't know what happened. I gotta go back and look at it, but yeah, it was just was trying to do everything I could to get the bottom to move forward, because I felt like I was stuck where I was at with the it was like 2 to go, 3 to go is what that final restart was. Really, my chances were pretty low at the track position I was sitting at. But no, I mean, I saw like a hole open up in the middle lane there on the white flag. So I sent a Hail Mary clear in front of Peter. That's who I think it was. And I was just going to ride there, but I was indecisive for a second on which lane I wanted to go, because I saw Hunter, the other championship driver, in the third lane. Jeff was in the middle, and if it would have stayed straight, I think I had like a real close window to maybe sending it to the paint. Would have been my only option at one point, but prior to that move, I was probably going to make it. The seas parted in front of me, so it's just stayed in it. Dustin was a ways up there. So I guess we built up a bit more of a draft to get up on him. And we just got to his right side, and yeah, the momentum was just so strong. We we went right by him, but we had to trade a little paint there coming to the end to make it look interesting for
well, y'all
the
definitely
finish.
did that.
So yeah, but no, Dustin's a good dude, and freaking I appreciate him racing me clean there at the end. But yeah, I got a lot of favors back to people, man. That's for sure. So most definitely the teammates. They were there for me this race. Really, the first 3/4 of this race, there's so much going on in Discord. I was nearly missing my freaking pit box. Was sidetracked BSing about other stuff, but we were all having a good time, and for some reason, yeah, it took me a little while to lock in and be like, all right, well, we got to do something here. We're gonna lose this race. So,
well,
yeah,
definitely an awesome job. I brought Jimmy up into the broadcast booth. Jimmy, brought you up here. I'm sure you got something that you want to say to Adam.
Yeah, this is a repeat of what? A couple days ago, huh?
yeah. It's good to have you by my side here too again, Jimmy.
No, I got blew up. I was in the back.
Well, in the afterlife, in the interview.
I'm just teasing. Yeah. Congrats, buddy. You're just racking them up this week. You had yourself in a good spot. Of course, the last lap wreck takes out some good people, right? But it was in your favor, and you deserve it. You're in the top 4, and we appreciate it. And yeah, awesome deal, man. Congrats. That Monday chip coming your way.
Thanks, Jimmy. Yeah, it's like I said before on Saturday, man. Like, this group is an awesome group of guys. Everyone knows how to keep it on the DL and respect one another and all that. But there's probably maybe a tad bit of improvement that could probably go on, to improve some of that stuff during the races. But I don't give much feedback on that ruling or whatnot. But I hope that can help out some. But really, OP is a freaking awesome league, probably the best league out there. If you're looking for something fun to enjoy on some of the nights, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, super speedway nights, OP racing, dude, definitely hop in there, man. Everyone's open to new people joining in. You could join the Discord too and hop in the channels with some of the guys, and everyone for the most part, even on Saturday nights, they're super cool people, dude. So anyone can fit right in, really. If you're cool, calm, collected dude, you enjoy your time here, most definitely. But yeah, I didn't see what happened though on that wreck. Yeah, I'm still sitting in the car, but yeah, it was like you said, Jimmy, those holes freaking open up in my favor, and really this Monday season, especially at Daytona, new Daytona, we felt really locked in on this track. For some reason, it just we ran good here most of the season. The season opener, I almost won this one, and then we came close a couple other times throughout the season here, but this one was a bit more of a challenge. We weren't really up front as much as we were usually here, but in the end we made it pay off. So I think I still have my fastest pair. So yeah, I still have my fastest pair. There's a little bit of damage on this car, so it's went through the banger a little bit. But
that in itself,
yeah.
Adam, is something to be proud of, not using that fast repair. But before we get to the final thoughts, shout outs, and thanks, Jimmy, Adam was talking about if anybody is interested in joining OP, how can they get a hold of you guys?
We're on Facebook.
Facebook.
And we have a Discord.
Okay.
And we're on iRacing leagues. So just search OP in the iRacing leagues, and all three will come up. And then Saturday, Wednesdays, you can join as a feeder. And if you have the talent or whatever, then we can get an invite to Monday eventually, and that's kind of how it goes down.
All right. Well, appreciate that, Jimmy. We're going to let you go, buddy, and we're going to finish up with Adam. Have a great night, my friend, and we will see you here pretty soon.
Hey, I want to say one more thing. Hunter Reynolds is the only one to get back-to-back chips. So
wow.
Now it's you and Hunter back-to-back. So,
man. All right,
so yeah, you up the ante. So there you go.
We're going to have to try for 3 in a row, I guess.
Uh-oh.
Shoot.
That sounds like a challenge.
That's inevitable, right? Yeah.
You can't change the inevitable.
No pressure, right? None at all.
None at
all. All right,
all.
y'all have fun. Thank you again. Thank you for broadcasting and everything you do for us, Steven. And thanks for Maxspeed TV. And yeah, we appreciate both of y'all. And have a good one.
All right, Jimmy. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
Peace.
Later.
All right. Well, Adam, buddy, I don't know about you. I'm ready to go to bed. So, but at this point, brother, the mic is yours. Final shout outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate, my friend.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Shout out to the teammates for all they tried to do to help me this race. You know, it was we have one of the teammates his microphone recently broke, so he decided to switch to an empty tin can with a string coming out the bottom of it. Talk through. So yeah, trying to hear what he was saying throughout the race. Yeah, I made up most of it, so I heard vast majority of what he was saying. But yeah, a shout out to his call outs and helping Mr. Anthony English, Mr. Mark Mann, Mr. Andrew Schroeder in this one. Unfortunately, Richard Sanchez couldn't be here with us tonight, but I know he most definitely would have loved to be a part of this achievement here at the end for Vendetta Motorsports. So yeah, you know, we really had a good run this season. I don't know where the team finished in the standings. I think we had a good gap on the overall season standings in Sim Racer Hub. But yeah, if it did, then yeah, shout out to Vendetta Motorsports for the season they had on acquiring those points to get that achievement. But yeah, so shout out those dudes. We'll shout out to the championship for drivers. There's Jeff Jr. in there, Hunter Reynolds, Josh Ball. Appreciate those guys keeping it clean up front for the whole race. And yeah, I unfortunately ended up getting tangled up with Hunter in one wreck. We just got real stacked up when we were trying to all slow it down at one point, and then we just got slammed into him. So I hope he didn't get much damage from that incident earlier on in the race, but he was there at the end fighting for it. So you know, glad to see him up there still competing for the chip, and you know, him not getting too screwed over from that contact we had. But yeah, so yeah, shout out to him again. And you know, friggin' OP Racing, I think I said that one. So the admins, really everyone. I know Anthony English does a lot of admin work for Saturdays and keeps that show rolling. So I appreciate his time he takes to do all that work behind the scenes for OP. Zach Frisch keeps Wednesdays going, so I know he puts in as much effort as he can for Wednesday night OP, and I appreciate his time for that. Anyone else that helps him out with those nights too, I think Nathan, Warren, and Sean McCara does those. So we'll do a shout out to the Monday crew too. You know, that's really a lot of those guys like Workman. Pitches in on Mondays. Jimmy Reynolds really is like a overviewer for all 3 of the nights for reviews or other stuff he has to pick up along the way. So yeah, it's a lot of those dudes, man. They keep this thing rolling, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is maybe like the longest running league in iRacing, possibly. Like for like running for free on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Monday is an entry fee, but yeah, we're going on. What season is this? Like 18,
15.
17? Yeah, the Saturday's the one that's season 17.
Yep.
So it's been around the longest. But yeah, shout out to that crew, and then once for all, we'll do a shout out to the man Stephen Lane on Maxspeed TV on YouTube. Man, your broadcasts are awesome. They're cool to go back and watch on and take notes from. And yeah, man, your time is greatly appreciated. So yeah.
I appreciate that, Adam. I really do, guys. It means a lot to me. And of course, I can't do this without you guys either. So, big tip of the hat to you and all the drivers here in OP for showing up and giving some good entertainment. Well, Adam, buddy, go celebrate again. Your second season championship in less than 3 days. So awesome job, buddy. Congratulations. We're going to get you back down to your teammates down there, and I'm sure you guys are going to be hooping and hollering down there in a minute.
Yeah, we are.
All right, buddy.
Oh, man.
I
appreciate it.
All right, brother. We'll go celebrate. We'll catch up with you later.
All right, will do. You take it easy.
See you, buddy.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to bring us to our, well, I want to say unofficial results, pending any admin stuff. Of course, this is the Season 15 championship race. Your race winner tonight will be the number 85 of Adam Kilday. Dustin Loxton finishing in a second. Mark Mann in third. Peter DeBorgia finishing fourth. Andy Brigante fifth. Sean McCara in a sixth. Eric Laurie in a seventh. Andrew Schroeder in eighth. Anthony English ninth. Adam Schramm finishing with the top 10. Vicente Guerrero in 11th. Stephen Luttrell 12th. Jeff Crosby Jr. finishing in 13th. Nate Warren 14th. Gabe Butler in 15th. Zach Workman in 16th. Les Levy in 17th. Dan Harrington finishing in 18th. Finishing 19th tonight, Jimmy Reynolds in 20th. Josh Ball. 21st, Dave Hunt. 22nd, Hunter Reynolds. 23rd, Alex Gippon. 24th, Zach Fritch. 25th, Jeff Crosby Sr. In 26th, Kenny Reel. 27th, Doug Johnson. 28th, Lynn McNeese. 29th was Bubba Whittingham. 30th was Richard Kuhn, having some internet connection issues. Was blinking out a lot. And finishing in 31st. Unfortunately, did not get to start tonight, Mr. Rick Sanchez. And Rick, if you're watching or go back and watch this, buddy, I hope everything is okay. And, man, we missed you out here tonight. So, well, guys, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Real quick, though, I want to give a shout-out to all the people out there in chat. Jack Ishii, Eric Grover, Belva Feltz, I know was out there. Dylan Lane, Jeremy. Medlock was out there. Ty Dahlman tuning in there. Moose Pie. Let's see, am I forgetting? Oh, Mara Clark showing up. Good to have Mara out there. Vendog, that is Vicente Guerrero. The number 14 card popping into chat for a second. Of course, I know Lorna was out there watching as well. So a big shout out to all you fans out there that tuned in tonight. Well, that's going to do it for us here tonight on Maxspeed TV. We will be back Thursday night for the OP Throwback Cup Series, where the guys will take the Gen 4 cars to Kansas. So tune in tonight, 7:45 Central, 8:45 Eastern, right here on Maxspeed TV. Until Thursday night, folks, please enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe and have a good night.